Here we go. The famous Bonnie Springs Ranch, famous for being a Wild West amusement park and being haunted. Bonnie Springs Ranch isn't a ghost town. It's a Wild West amusement park. They even have a petting zoo and a Wild West show where they shoot each other and hang a man. But what it's really famous for is being haunted, mainly because it was built on an area of land that in 1843 was used as a stopover for wagon trains going into California. Clearly, some people just didn't make it to California. I started my ghost investigation in the Wax Museum. I had the whole place to myself, and it was really creepy and really spooky. But I got the best evidence at this Wax Museum. Let me show you through the Wax Museum. Let's take a look around. It's said that some of these wax figures actually move on their own, and they've had to be nailed down so that they don't move. And when I was walking around here, I have to admit, sometimes I think I saw them move, and maybe even saw their eyes look from left to right. But, you know, when I reviewed it back in my camera, it didn't move, so I think it was just my mind playing tricks on me. The floorboarding is pretty shaky as you walk through the museum, so that could account for the vibrations probably knocking the wax figures around as people walk through. Sometimes even in the camera, when I'm reviewing the footage, it looks like those wax figures are moving, and I have to stop and replay. And when I do stop and replay, it doesn't look like they're moving, so I don't believe that they really do move, but there are some spirits in here. As soon as we finish this little tour, we'll get right into the spirit EVP evidence.
This wax museum is kind of spooky. Are there any spirits out here in this wax museum?
EVPs, of course, are electronic voice phenomena. You can't hear it when it's said. You can only hear it when you play it back. And this next one is a real good one. Here is the enhanced and edited version.
Do you enjoy looking at these things? These wax people. Do you enjoy looking at these things? These wax people. Do you enjoy looking at these things? These wax people.
This part of the wax museum right here, with the priest and that creepy guy looking up, seems to be the haunted area of this wax museum, because it's where I got my EVPs, it's where I got the activity, and where I've seen stories of other ghost hunters where they got their activity, seems to be in this area. This next EVP is one of the coolest EVPs I think I have. I actually got a ghost to say boo. At least that's what it sounds like to me. And it says it in a whisper voice. And I didn't hear it when it happened. Of course, as an EVP, that's how they work. But what's also interesting is during this time, before I got the boo, my camera started to malfunction. And not only did my camera malfunction, and I was kind of struggling to get it to work right, but my heart started pounding like I had been running. And a lot of times you see that stuff on TV on these ghost shows, and you always hear them say, and they always talk about how their heart is pounding. And you kind of laugh and you say, well, why would that even be the case? Why would that be a thing? But apparently it is a thing, because that's what happened to me. And I just breathed deep and tried to stay cool. And you catch me in the middle of a question, and that's when I get the boo. And when my camera malfunctioned, before that happened, a light hit my camera, and it wasn't caught on the video. I could see it inside I was looking at the screen of the camera, and I saw it in the screen. But then when I replayed the video, it wasn't there. So I did see a light hit the camera. It didn't get caught on video, even though I was looking right at the screen, and that's the only way I saw it. But then the camera started malfunctioning, and then my heart started pounding, and then I began struggling with the camera to get it to work again. And then that's where I got the boo.
If there's any spirits here,
here is the enhanced and edited version.
if there's any spirits here, if there's any spirits here, if there's any spirits here.
And that's it for the Scary Wax Museum at Bonnie Springs Ranch. Let's move forward to the Scary Schoolhouse at Bonnie Springs Ranch. This is the schoolhouse. It has a little playground, and it's said that there's a female ghost that hangs out here at the schoolhouse, possibly a little girl, and that the merry-go-round spins even on a windless day when there's no reason for it to be spinning. I didn't witness that myself, honestly, but I did get EVP activity, and I got a little bit of activity with a program similar to an Ovilus.
This is the school.
After I said this is the school, I got a male voice faintly in the distance. I hope that you can hear this.
This is the school. Are there any spirits here at the school?
Now this next one is a pretty good one. After I said Are there any spirits here? I got a female voice that said, mm-hmm, and I think it comes out pretty good.
Are there any spirits here at the school? Are there any spirits here at the school? Are there any spirits here at the school?
That, of course, was the enhanced and edited version, and I hope that you could hear it as clearly as I can hear it. But the most exciting part of this schoolhouse event at this moment in time was when I turned the camera around, and the most exciting thing happened.
Hey, check it out. I found a dime.
I got 10 cents richer. I then switched over to an iPhone app that acts similar, very similar, to an Ovilus that you've seen on these ghost program shows, and it gave me a name.
I'm using this ghost program. If there's any spirits here, you can speak through this EVP program, or you can speak directly into the camera. Sophia.
So it could have given me anything, but it gave me a female name, Sophia.
Only Sophia came through.
A chain of conversation happened with me in this ghost EVP program that I didn't understand at the time. And as a consequence, I got some laughter EVP, some female laughter in EVP form. Let me let you go through the chain of conversation that happened.
Only Sophia came through. Heart. You know, when I was in the wax museum, the real wax museum, not this part here, my heart was beating really fast. I don't know if it was from Asa. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it was from walking around or spirit influence. I think it was just from walking around. What is Asa? Asa is maybe?
So Asa turns out to be a name, but when it said maybe, I now believe that it was referring to the conversation that I was saying that I didn't understand why my heart was pounding inside the wax museum. At the time I was saying that, I didn't yet know that I had captured an EVP at that time. So after I said Asa means maybe, I caught this female laughter in EVP form. Listen through the noise, and you might be able to hear it. I can hear it. You might be able to hear it with headphones also, but listen through the noise. EVPs are just this way. Well, that's it for the schoolhouse. Let's move forward to something that was truly scary. This is what happened to me at the petting zoo, and it was truly frightening.
Look, this thing's trying to eat me. It's biting my shirt. Stop. Stop it. I had to run.
Yeah, the deer was trying to eat my shirt, and it really wouldn't let go. I know you can't tell from the video, but that thing had a grip on my shirt and it wouldn't let go. And I had to run. So there you go. There's Bonnie Springs Ranch. Now I know some of you who are familiar with Bonnie Springs Ranch might say, well, why didn't I do the Opera House? Well, the Opera House was closed to any visitors. They said because it had been on TV, it had been vandalized, and as a consequence, they had closed it. And I did ask if I could go in, and they told me no. So that's how that is. So doing the Opera House just wasn't possible. I know you want to see a little bit more of that hanging scene.
Count to 3. Everybody count with the judge. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, now look at Natasha get a kick out of hanging a man she don't even know. Darling, are you married? Is your husband here? No. Oh, you've done this before. Good job. Everybody give her a hand. Judge, I don't care where you're from. Sir, my court is job. Everybody give her a hand. What are you doing?
I figured I'd hang around for a little bit.
Folks, will you witness here with a hand on the matter style? Kind of, sort of. Kids at heart.
So there you go. Another ghost investigation by Durango Cash, a.k.a. Thought Dragon, at DurangoCash.com. Thanks for watching.